Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the First Class Sports Podcast. My name is Bobby.
I am Steven.
And this is kind of our test run, so to speak, for our wrestling portion of our podcast.
Indeed.
Our first official kind of big podcast will be this Saturday and Sunday for WrestleMania. That would be the... Please help me. 6th and 7th?
6th and 7th.
That actually might be wrong.
Yeah. Yes.
6th
yes,
and 7th.
6th and 7th. Look at you.
So 6th and 7th. We're going to be doing a few things there. We are going to be doing I believe we have been discussing a few things. I think we're going to do technology, because this is vastly different than our football podcasts. Our football podcast, we just record, get edited, it gets released a few days later.
Yeah.
These PLE ones, we want to be a little bit more exclusive with you, especially because we are also going to be doing a PlayStation 2K24 kind of battle between Steven, Caleb, who's going to be our other co-host, and myself.
Who's a bum and not here again.
Well, he's asleep because he works. He will be... The PLEs are normally on... Saturdays. Today is Monday, April 1st. This is not an April Fool's joke. It just so happened to land on that. Let's go ahead and put that disclaimer out there. We've already put one on the YouTube channel stating this. We're kind of just doing another test run of it. So there's going to be a few aspects of this.
Yep.
Steve and I have talked. Caleb and I have talked in detail. What we're going to try to do is on PLE days, we are going to have a live podcast prediction of the PLE that is going to be happening. So WrestleMania will be doing that, our live predictions before the show.
Yep.
And then we are going to be then we'll move into our PlayStation. We have a massive house rules for that. As you can see, some of the belts. This one is a true IC replica. And that one is the cost a pretty penny. Got it on Stone Cold Steve Austin Day for 31.6% off. Still expensive.
$316.
That one is a commemorative.
It is the World Heavyweight Championship
of the World Heavyweight. We have bought all the other ones. They're all toys at this point because they're cheap. We don't have a lot of money. Listen, times are tough, but still, $25 a piece for those. And actually the big gold one that Roman carries around is like $50. So that's kind of crazy. But we have all those. So in essence, what's going to happen there is whoever has the belt. So like night one of WrestleMania, we'll do number one contenders.
Right.
For us.
Yeah.
And we'll figure out who's going to fight whoever holds the belt. So night two, let's say you won the chance to fight the U.S. belt.
Right.
So it would be you in a triple threat versus whoever currently holds the belt at WrestleMania. If that title's being defended, like at WrestleMania, almost every title's being defended.
Right.
That would be against Logan Paul. Boom. Now, the good thing is that's a triple threat. So it could also be you and me. Mm-hmm. Caleb, I'm going to be honest, Caleb's a cheat code when it comes to video games. He is almost God mode in every video game he touches. It's disgusting. Gross. It truly, DDR, it does not matter. Dan stands right. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
It does not matter what video game he picks up. He will go God mode on it. I have not found a game that he cannot master in a day.
Damn.
So he's going to be the toughest competitor. But that's neither here nor there. If we win, let's say I take home the IC belt, I'll take that home until the next PLE. Mm-hmm. Then the next one, if the IC belt is being defended on that one,
right?
If it's being defended, if it's not, you don't have to defend. But let's say it is,
right?
Then you and Caleb would have to do a number one contender match to figure out who would face me in that belt. Mm-hmm. So that's going to go for the tag teams, the World Heavyweight Championship, all of that. So whoever, there's also going to be point systems. Caleb will explain that. We'll explain a little bit more of that when it comes down to game time.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll do that in a much bigger thing. So we're kind of just trying to practice this is the Monday Night Raw, the go-home Monday night for WrestleMania. We had a few other things we were going to try
Yeah.
Equipment kind of just didn't come through.
Equipment did not come through. Apparently, I can't read. But the ultimate goal is to capture some footage from PLEs that we could use to put in post-production, so YouTube, TikTok, etc. And then all predictions for every PLE will be streamed live on YouTube. All of the WWE 2K24 content will be streamed live through Twitch. We'll have that labeled right there so you can follow that channel. But that's pretty much the ultimate goal. We're a little bit of mixture of live streaming and uploading.
And then after Twitch, after that, it'll then get put the VOD will then go onto YouTube.
Absolutely.
And then the final piece, the hardest piece that we're working on is actually, so for WrestleMania and for every PLE, so it'd go predictions, gaming, and then the final piece would actually be live reaction to the PLE itself. And then we're also going to try, which we cannot broadcast live to you, meaning we can't show you the PLE, obviously. That'd be massive copyright. So you would see our reaction. We'd be watching it. Like there's a TV in front of me. We'd be watching it, and you'd see us kind of live reaction talk. But we also want to try to get to where, and that's where you and I and Caleb's very tech savvy, where we can do the picture-in-picture TikToks. Because we do have a TikTok, and it's been kind of stale for a while, and we're going to try to get more clips up there. We're working on that. That's kind of the thing that you forgot, I believe, right?
No.
A piece? No? That's not what you missed? That was for the switcher.
That was for the switcher to capture. Yeah, so I guess in
a way.
Yes.
So there's many things that we're trying to do. Again, this is much more in detail than Game Changer than kind of what our football one is.
Yeah,
but
there's more content.
Yes, there's much more content here because football, while it's kind of year-round, it's not. We're in a lull stage. This is April. We have draft coming up, so Steven's going to help me try to figure out how I can post because Zach's been trying to do that, but because he's on nights, he sleeps, it's kind of hard for him to capture that.
Right.
So I need to figure out how I can do that. So you're going to get a mix because while football kind of has its dead stages, WWE is quite literally year-round. Every Monday, every Friday, you have a you have a well. If you're talking NXT,
normal schedule,
right? NXT, I'm kind of low on. We can get there, but I'm talking about every Monday, every Friday, and then normally you get a PLE every month, except for March. March, there's no PLE. So you will definitely have some stuff to go on, and hopefully when we get to the point. We can, when you help me out, we find out a way to do it, even though we are not together on Monday and Fridays.
Yep.
We can do kind of some live reactions to if I'm watching, if you're watching, we can kind of do some live TikTok reactions. It won't be on YouTube, but it will be on TikTok to where you get those live reactions on some key moments because there's been some hot promos on Monday.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's going to be content coming from all of us at some point in time throughout the weeks. In months.
We're going to have to bully Caleb because Caleb does absolutely no social media. While tech savvy... So while he is very tech savvy, he hates everything about it. It's a love-hate relationship. I will tell you, if he didn't have to... If technology didn't speed up and he can go back to a flip phone, he would go back in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel that.
He hates technology. But loves it at the same point. So we will get him there. You might not see nearly as much TikToks from him. He may go crazy. He's very excited for this. Trust me. He told me today. He hasn't told you. He has like a 14-page spreadsheet on Excel for this PlayStation 5 thing.
The PlayStation.
He's calling it fantasy. He's calling it fantasy. Yeah. It's not.
Holy cow.
Yeah, no, he's getting into it. So when he finds something he likes, he just wants to take all the belts home. He's talking some mad trash, dude.
We're going to set some rules, man.
I tried to tell him 3 belts per, but
I'd just be happy with one.
I know, that's what I told him. I'm like, we can give you the NXT belt. You can run the mid division, the lower card. That NXT belt does look kind of cool.
It does look cool.
I do like the 1.0 version a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean,
The 2.0 is not bad. I'm not going to lie. It's
like
not bad.
it.
I like the
it
1.0
because
slightly better.
It's just, it's not stale. The 2.0 is, I feel the 1.0 is stale. It's just, I mean, like the IC title, I like it, but it could be a lot better.
I think it's better than the old.
Trips.
It's something different.
Just saying.
Hang on.
I like it. It's
This is
just
much
stale.
newer than the other one. Do you
It's
know how
just
long
stale.
they kept the white belt?
Oh, I know.
So they'll keep this IC for a while.
I know, and just put some gems in it, man. And that's our cue.
That was the 10-minute reminder for if I'm doing something else elsewhere that there's 10 minutes until Raw kicks off.
That's our cue.
So this is kind of just another warning and a kind of heads up for what's about to come.
Yeah.
Hopefully you will be seeing a lot more media drop, a lot more content
there's gonna be a
drop.
lot more content, and we did kind of slack on preparing this, but
Life.
life happens, unfortunately. But the goal is to reach multiple platforms, multiple ways.
I will say, please be patient because I know me. It's going to take a little bit. I think, hopefully, if we can get everything together, figuring out how to do all these multiple platforms that we want to. It would be the first time I think any of us have done it, so it might take a little bit for us to get there. That is our end goal.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get everything. Again, we have 6 days to try to figure it the hell out, but we have some smart tech people to get us there. We just made our new Twitch channel, and again, at the end, yes, editor. Normally I yell at my editor. I can yell at him right here. He's right here. Fix it. Wow, that's kind of rude. So, speaking of Raw, the TV right above me. Oh, that's last Monday. I'm like, is this happening now?
That's our cue. We gotta get food too.
So editor,
yes.
at the end of this, normally there's only an open. We're going to try to have closes now that have all of our Twitch, our TikTok, our Instagram, our X account, everything. It should have everything. And then please go there, subscribe. We are trying to start pumping out some new things. So, on that note, hasta luego.
Hasta mañana. Love you.
That is Eric's. That is copyrighted by him.
Trademarked my ass.